Hi, everyone. It is Veronica here, and happy Jewelry Party Wednesday. I'm so excited to see so many of you and to talk about so many incredible sets that we have. It is set week here at Vintage Meet Modern, and that means a couple different things. The first of which is that we have added some very lovely demi perus, which means that they are pieces that were meant to be together. They were purchased together or they were a set, as well as we have some, as I like to put it, perfectly paired or married sets in which we've got some awesome pieces that have been kind of joined up with one another to make a perfect pair, which is great because you can wear them together or alone or separate. Or if you've ever just wondered what pieces just go perfectly together instead of searching around the website, we've got some great pieces for you. So, welcome. How is everybody? Please go ahead and say hello. I see Michelle is here. I know we've got a couple other people who are coming along. And as always, I always try to start off the evening by showing off my favorite pieces. And this is one that if someone doesn't snag it, I'm probably going to add it to my own jewelry box because it is really incredible. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It has a leaf and floral motif to it, and it is full of these baby blue rhinestones with some aurora borealis and some gold leaves. And we also have got the gold leaf and the aurora borealis. So this piece, if purchased together, comes with both pieces. It comes with both the brooch as well as it comes with the earrings. So this one's a really fantastic, just gorgeous, unique piece. The colors in it are very vibrant, very dynamic, and it has a little bit of a magical quality to it with the different shades of blue. I think you can kind of think of it a few different ways. It sort of looks very sea or sort of mermaid inspired. At the same time, though, also it just has this very captivating sky blue color. It looks like one of those very lovely golden evenings where the sun is beginning to set, but you still see a bit of the blue sky. That's kind of the best way that I can describe it. And it just has these absolutely beautiful little layered in floral sort of motif designed. And then those are all accented with Aurora Borealis. And so Aurora Borealis is that magical color changing stone that so many of us love. And what I do think that is really pretty about this particular set is that the Aurora Borealis really takes on a natural golden tone. So frequently we see Aurora Borealis and it really picks up more of the pinks or it flashes more purples. This one, it's really cool because it has a very golden, sort of champagne undertone to it, and it's just very, very pretty. The earrings are super comfortable to wear. Another thing to point out though is that this has a small bail and rollover clasp on the back. It almost fits a brooch converter. I didn't put it on here, but it almost fits a brooch converter perfectly, like as in the converter doesn't even slide around because it doesn't have much space. So for those of you who like being able to take a brooch and turn it into a pendant, this would be a really gorgeous set to be able to do that. And they look so pretty together. This is just it's like an instant warm up. I mean, and the shades of blue are just absolutely fantastic. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Anne. Hi, Michelle. So happy to see everybody. So this is a lovely, lovely set that we have. This one's part of set week. It will be here and they will be up on the website until Friday. So we've got that. Up next, speaking of other gorgeous sets, so we also have got this set, which features the emerald green and the lighter green rhinestones. This one is sort of a triangular style. It's got like three different sets of rhinestones that have been wired to the back, and then the lighter green has an aurora borealis style to it. This one's a nice size, a nice shape, and for those of you who really love being able to wear other green pieces, this one is a very lovely green. And the earrings are very nice as well. They're a nice sort of statement style. And, you know, I've been talking about all week long about the benefits of buying sets are that it will really take the guesswork out of trying to figure out what to wear, in the sense that if you've ever wondered, like, well, does this piece go with that piece, or does, you know, the gold really go with the silver? All of these pieces are matched up with each other, so you don't even have to worry about whether it goes with other pieces or not. So that's one benefit of shopping the sets. The other reason why is that It is a very elegant look to be able to have both pieces. I've talked about this a lot in terms of the history of pieces. You know, the rise of costume jewelry in the 1930s, 1940s era became very popular actually with designers like Chanel. It was this mixing of the faux with the real. And then, of course, there was this idea of full peruse and demi peruse, which meant basically that all the pieces went together. Now, in some cases, they were all purchased together, but in most cases, it was a true sign of decadence or being the most elegant or the most polished, and if you could have all the pieces of the set. So if you had the earrings, the necklace, the brooch, the bracelet, that would have been the full set. But then, of course, we came across a lot of different pieces that were like this, and it was considered, again, to be more elegant to even just have a coordinating set. So you see a lot of those demi-perus where we've got the matching earrings and the matching brooch. So that's another benefit of sets, is that it instantly is more elegant. You very rarely go someplace and you see that somebody has got something on like this. It's automatically going to be like, wow, where did you get that from? And you can say it's vintage. So, and that it's a vintage set and that it was a higher quality set. That's another thing to keep in mind, is that when we come across sets like the ones that I just showed you and the one that I put on, this was all higher level design. So these types of pieces were always found like at a department store. You know, you would go, you would see both pieces, you would buy both pieces. Maybe you'd buy one, maybe you'd buy the other. But that's one of the fun parts about it. But of course, you always have got the additional benefit. So step one is that it answers that dilemma of what to wear, because you don't even have to worry about whether or not the pieces go together or not. They do go together. The next thing is that it instantly elevates your style because it's unique, it's glamorous, it's elegant, it's a sign of distinction that you have all of the pieces. The next thing is that it has a lot of wearability. So, you know, you don't have to always wear the earrings with the brooch together. You've got a brooch, you've got the earrings, you can mix and match it with other pieces that you might have. But that's another benefit of being able to have the sets. Then the other thing that I like to tell people about sets is that they retain their value. So more times than not, if you are thinking about whether or not you want to invest in a piece or not, the benefit of investing in a set is that they do hold their value. It's considered to be more valuable if you do have both pieces. So, and then the last reason, and I don't really say this very often, but occasionally some of you might even find, I have done this before in the past, is that one benefit though also of having the sets is if you have an oops moment, as I said. One thing that I have learned, and even if you've ever just been online on eBay, you will see people who will say things like, it's a single earring and I'm selling it as a single earring because I know somebody is probably actually trying to repair a piece. And that's true. That's exactly true. I always say to people, if you can have the set, just go ahead and buy the set, because the beauty of having the set is that you can repair a piece if you need to, because you have the extra piece to go with it. So here I have, this is a perfectly paired set, as I put. For those of you who are always wondering how to pull off different pieces and to put them together, this is an example of a personally picked set by me. So this is a check jet necklace. It's a longer one. As you can see, I doubled it right here while we were talking, and I have attached the blue-green iridescent brooch that we have. This piece actually reminds me a little bit of paisley. And so I have attached it to the side, and I basically created a torsade out of it. Now, that doesn't mean that you couldn't be able to wear the brooch up on the shoulder or that you couldn't wear the jet necklace alone, but this week during set week, if you really like this piece, you can be able to get these two pieces together. And remember, all of the sets are reflective of a 20% off discount because they're combined together. Even if you go and take a look at it, the website, it talks about what the value and how much the individual pieces would be. So this is definitely fun. This looks like a Regency brooch. It is not a Regency brooch, or at least it is not signed, but yes, it does have the colors that are very similar to it too. But the black metal Japan finish, lots of pieces were made in Austria that were popular with this finish. And sometimes we see Weiss that liked using the darker finish. But this one has got this paisley style design, and it's blue and it's black, and it looks great against the jet beads. And I like this one too because of the way that if you do want to slip it on some beads like I just did, the way that the brooch is in terms of its weight and its size, it's very easy to be able to clip it along the side and actually to hold your strands in place in terms of being graduated. So this is the brooch, and then this is the necklace. And the necklace, of course, you can wear separately. And then, of course, you can wear the brooch. You don't have to pin it on the necklace, but that's just one styling idea that I love to tell people. A lot of people always have questions as to how you can turn. It reminds me of a Regency that I have that features the black Japan metal and the red and the pink and the purple. Yeah, I'm sure of it. It is possible that it is a Regency. It could be an unsigned Regency, but this one is not signed. It's possible that, well, no, we had a similar pair of earrings, but the earrings weren't signed either. But it wouldn't surprise me. My top picks for who it could possibly be would be Regency, would be Weiss, and would be made in Austria. I think that those are probably all. I think that those are probably all very good possibilities for that unsigned beauty. Okay, up next, we have a really petite, very pretty silver filigree set that features a blue rhinestone. And I really like this because the blue is a very true blue. And I also like it because the earrings are small enough that you could easily be able to enjoy and wear these during the day without feeling like you're, I like things go big or go home. And I also like to wear things in pairs. So I never really think twice about it. But for people who like to have something that's a little bit smaller, hey, Teresa, nice to see you. For those of you who like being able to wear something a little bit smaller, a little more petite, this is a very pretty set in order to do that. So this one again, and I'm trying to keep it real simple tonight because maybe you have a white blouse that you would be able to put this on, or maybe you might have a white sweater, maybe you have a white dress, maybe you have a winter white coat, but all of these pieces show up just so nicely against a classic neutral that's another one of the big benefits of it. So this has got this sweet little blue earring. It's a little filigree leaf at the top. And then, of course, it has the matching brooch that you can see on the side. This one, it has a little pear shape that's been stuck into. And as you can see, this one's a nice petite size. So this is another good one to layer up with other silver pieces if you want to wear a silver necklace or silver bracelets. This is actually another really nice piece that, remember, we are coming into fall. So some of you will also begin pulling out hats. This is a nice size and shape that if you have a hat, you can pin it to the ribbon. If it's got a brim on it, this would be very sweet, tucked onto the front of a beret. This is perfect if you have a knit with a pom-pom. You can put it over there. You've seen me do that many times. So this is kind of a nice size and shape that if you want to be able to wear it different ways, you definitely can do that. Then last but not least, and I don't have my jean jacket tonight, but this is also the perfect size to pin to a collar. So if you have a larger collar on maybe your fall coat or your jean jacket, this one would be a very nice one to pin to a collar if you have it turned down. So super fun piece, nice and lightweight, earrings that match it perfectly. Deborah says it's a beautiful blue. That's exactly what it is. It is a true blue. So it's a very, very beautiful style. It's in excellent condition. There's no wear to the plating. The stone is in a perfect condition. There's no foil and no rhodium loss. It's just super. Yes, and Michelle says this one would be cute on a black handbag. And this would be cute on a lot of different handbags. This would be pretty on even like a silver lame. There are a lot of different things that you could do this. Speaking of that, like, I don't know, I probably do have it here. I do. Let's just go ahead and pull that out. So, I have my own clutch from Darling Clutch Co. And I actually was going to say, I was getting ready to pull it out this week because so for those of you who know, maybe we have some new friends, we gave away a bag last year with Stacy from Darling Clutch Co. She makes those really gorgeous cigar box bags, but she also does the sustainable cork. And she does these with both the clutch, with the big velvet ribbon. You can get them in different colors too, and you can get them with the bamboo handle. I, of course, like the bamboo handle because you can wrap it in, you can wrap it with a different kind of scarf, sort of twilly style. But speaking of that, you were saying, this would be really cute against black, and that's exactly it. You can still see the blue even against the dark velvet. So that's a really pretty way to be able, if you're thinking about what other colors you could wear this with, it'd be really pretty with it. You can even see it against the cork. So very nice coloring in terms of things. Also, let's go ahead. We'll put that one up. You can see how pretty the green would be pinned against the black velvet also. So for those of you who are thinking of like, well, how would I wear a set? Okay, here's another great idea. Pin it to a bow, pin it to your handbag. Get yourself a fun handbag that you can change out the rhinestone bows on. So this is the green. And then if we start right away with that piece that I showed you at the very beginning, my favorite, look at how gorgeous that looks, especially with the cork. You're picking up on the golden tones and you're picking up on the blue tones. So these are all lovely pieces and so worth investing in both the brooch and the earrings for all of these because, again, you can do so much with it. I mean, it falls into all of those categories of the 4 reasons why it just rocks. Yes, they are. They are fabulous. And you know what? They're very reasonably priced. You can totally get tons of wear out of them. And I remember a long time ago talking to Stacy when we were talking about these particular sizes is that they're actually, even though it's a smaller handbag, it's still very accommodating. You can fit like the giant iPhone in it. You can still fit your wallet. You can still fit some toiletries. And it's still lightweight enough and durable enough on the inside that you can really enjoy it. So, and they are very, very, oh, and that's the other thing is if you get the ones with the handles, they like the one that I have, it comes with the chain. Like you can still wear this even as a crossbody. So we do sell these on our website. So, I mean, and we sold the bag from Stacy this week. We sold one of the Veronica bags. So if you're interested in getting one of these, be sure to treat yourself because I talk to Stacy all the time and she just sends them directly, but we carry them on our site. So please, it's a wonderful idea right now. If you guys love them, go for it. I mean, you really will. And like I said, there's a lot of different things that you can do with them. I wear mine all the time. I mean, I wear it more like getting to be this time because it's like fallish. But it's a really wonderful piece. So we talked about those. We talked about the blue earrings. Michelle did such an excellent job of pointing out that it would look cute on a black handbag. We just happened to have that one handy. Okay, speaking of another piece that'd be a great piece to invest in. So this one's kind of got like the best of all worlds that's going on in terms of the reasons why it's fun to invest in a set. The first of which is that we have got a great pair of petite Aurora Borealis earrings. And these are like little tiny fireworks. So they have a nice round shape. They have a one little tier that's layered differently in the center. So they have a little bit of 3-dimensional size. They're not too big. They're not too small. So for those of you who are looking for something that falls right in the middle of the road, something that you can feel casual enough about it and wear it during the day. And then also if you can feel good about being able to dress it up and still have a piece like this really be sort of the statement piece, this is another great one. So this is the Juliana Cha-Cha brooch. Lots of different things that are going for this one. The first of which is it does have a bail on the back of it. So for those of you who've seen, I've worn it many times with the on a neck wire. I've worn it on that chunky gold chain. You can put this on pearls. You can do a lot of different things. And then, of course, it also makes an absolutely gorgeous brooch. So you can go ahead and you can wear it as a brooch as well. This one, again, we'll put that one up against the velvet. It is just an absolutely gorgeous piece. It has just enough of a graduated dangle to it that it gives it some movement. So it's very pretty. And then let's see it against the black velvet because it just looks incredible against those richer toned fabrics. So of course we're using it against black velvet, but don't forget that this also, you can put this against any kind of. So again, like this is another one of those pieces where this is why set week is also so special is because they're already paired together. So there's no guesswork out of what piece should go with what piece. You can really make the most of it and know that every piece that I am actually showing you, I am trying to show you that there are multiple ways of wearing it. You don't just have to think about, well, I'm just going to wear it as a brooch and then I'm going to put in the earrings. There are so many different ways of being able to wear all of these pieces and wear them against different kinds of fabrics, different kinds of colors, against different kinds of even accessories. Remember, so many of these pieces also look so lovely put on different ways. You can tie them to a piece of velvet, put in a bow. You can use it to close a pashmina. Some people think that pashminas are here nor there. I love them. I mean, anytime I can pick them up, I still pick them up. I love giving them as gifts. And these always make lovely gifts. Actually, if you give somebody a brooch and then you give them the pashmina to sort of close it up, Yeah, the cork purses are, and with the handle and without the handle, are on my site. And like I said, I talk to Stacy all the time. I talked to her yesterday. So we've worked together closely many times. She has designed several bags for other clients using brooches that they had or brooches that they picked out at Vintage Meet Modern for ones that were more, wanted them to be more personal, like with specific colors and things like that. Oh, you just purchased the wedding, and David said in case you were going to show it. You know what? Actually, I had the earrings because I know many of you might have saw, I wore it on Monday with that really, really bright sort of orchid colored blouse from Express. And it was another one that I just said, it has this silver tone setting to it, but it does not look dark. It looks like metallic in a very chic way. So it was a great piece. You'll love it. You'll adore it. And I know you'll show us pictures of you wearing it too. So, but this Juliana piece is really fabulous. It's really more like getting 3 pieces in one because you've got the earrings that match it so perfectly. You can go ahead and you can wear this piece as a pendant. You can wear it as a brooch. And then of course you have the ability to have it lay perfectly against other different kinds of ways that you can wear it to really enjoy it. Yes, you have a bracelet that will go with it. Perfect. You do. So that's my PSA about the Juliana dangle. I love that piece. I think it's a really fabulous one, and I think that it's one that you can really enjoy wearing over and over again and getting tons of compliments. So let's talk about another set though that's brand new. Some of these pieces are pieces that have never been on the website before. So this is a mod, I guess you could say contemporary style, but a true 1980s Swarovski. It has the swan signature. I sounded very Chicago right there. It has the swan signature on the back. And it has the pave set diamante rhinestones. And this one is on a long contemporary style chain, which of course is probably very popular in the 80s and the 90s. So this one is a great necklace. It is a longer one. And for those of you who like being able to wear longer pendants, which is another thing that I really like, this one will give you a lot of length, so it will make you look naturally thinner. It is one that has a very tasteful dangle, so it doesn't feel like you're wearing a super long necklace. And I have this one paired up with a brand new pair of earrings that we have that are vintage Richelieu, which you know I am a huge fan of. I think that their pearls are absolutely outstanding. Again, it's another company that I love to study their old marketing materials and their old advertisements because they always had the most glamorous of ads. So these are a very nice high quality for those of you who are, I guess you could say, fans of what they refer to as the shrimp huggy style. They do have a bit of a shrimp style to them. So they have a pearl at the top, and then they have a little graduated style. It kind of reminds me of like little hearts, like going over with each other. Has a faux online. There is a little diamante rhinestone that is in there, and that is the reason why I paired it with this piece, because you get the same gold tone. The earrings have a tiny little bit of the complement with the rhinestone, but it doesn't compete with the necklace. And it has sort of the same contemporary lines and feels with the heavy 18 karat gold plating. It's like these pieces really were meant to go with each other. So this is another happily married set, or a perfectly paired set. I like being able to match these pieces up and to show people how easy it would be able to mix and match them together. And I want you to remember that it's also like getting multiple pieces all together. You can wear the earrings by themselves. You can wear the pendant by itself. You can wear them together. My daughter says, I like your videos because you sound like my childhood home in Northern Indiana. There are so many reasons why I love VMM. Well, thank you so much. And I do. I have a very thick Chicago accent. My husband's from Springfield, Illinois, so he's not like that far away from Chicago. But when we first started dating, he was like, he would just ask me to say things because he just wanted to hear me say them in my Chicago accent. So, but yes, remind me where in Indiana you are from, Anne. I know your sister is from, is it the Fort Worth area, maybe? I don't know. But I do know that you were from Indiana. So Yes, and everybody give Anne a round of applause. I do bring this up probably pretty frequently, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying Anne is our longest vintage jewelry, vintage party Wednesday follower who has been with us all of these years. Many years ago, when it would give us the little tiny, oh, that's right, South Bend. When it would give me the little tiny icon of how many people were watching me, there would be 2 people watching me, and it would be Anne, and it would be my husband on his cell phone answering comments. But I said all those years later, I said over 4.5 years later, I said I would stick with it, and here I am. I stuck with it, and I can't even say how many shows we've had. We've had them for years now. So it's just always been a way to kick back and relax and enjoy talking about jewelry and join together with all kinds of other women who love all these beautiful pieces too. And, finding different inspiring ways to wear them. And always reminding people that one of the beauty of the jewelry is it always fits. And that's not just related to size and weight. It is also a symbol of the fact that there is a little bit of something for everybody. You can find an accessory that is really going to empower you and help you look and feel your best, which is just one of the things that I absolutely love about it. It's why I'm always in search of things that are really, truly unique too. So I've said a lot about this vintage Swarovski piece. I really do like this one a lot. It has a ton of sparkle. It's got a contemporary look and feel to it, so it's very easy to wear. It's just another one of those sort of fun ones that I think is just a great piece. And the Swarovski pieces, speaking of that, they always hold their value. They've done nothing but go up in value, and the Swan signature is one that people always really want to have. All right, up next, this is a older piece. When I say older, not that old. Everything here at Vintage Meat Modern, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, or if you've ever really thought about it. For those of you who have had your eyes on pieces and you think, well, I've had my eyes on it for a while, or or it doesn't know, or maybe it's been there and maybe it hasn't been there. More than 75% of the pieces that we add to the website are gone within 60 days. So that says a lot about you, but that also says a lot about how that the pieces are pretty unique. And in terms of what people love, they move pretty quickly. So that's a fun fact for all of you. So for those of you who, when I say something is older, it's not really that old. It's something that's probably been here for maybe a couple different Sundays when we release new collections, but it's not like it's been here for forever. So this little guilloche necklace is one that was acquired over the summer. I do remember because I remember where I got it. I got it actually up with an antique dealer in the Kane County area. So, and also it was at the same time where, and for those of you, if you follow me on Instagram, there's a very, very lovely young blogger. Her name is Kristen from Southern Splendor. And she was looking for a locket, and she actually bought a guilloche locket from me. And last week, every single fashion blogging post that she did, she actually wore the guilloche locket. And that was the thing, is she had asked me to find her one, and I had found this one too. She decided to get the locket instead of getting the flat panel. But for those of you who are looking for inspiration on how to wear a guilloche necklace like this, I would check out her blog because she does an excellent job, and she wore it with everything last week. She wore it with things from like a Lily Pulitzer style to a very fall style. I'll be sure to post some pictures of her. But I have put this piece together with, these are a brand new pair of earrings that we have. These are a sweet pair of round petite flowers. They have a pink that is in the inside, and then they're have a halo of little diamante rhinestones going around it. But the same sort of very soft blossom style sort of mimics the very same sort of soft blossom style that you see in the etching in the center. And then, of course, you're bringing out the pink tone. So this is a very nice way of being able to have an earring that just coordinates with it perfectly. This is like, again, like one of those things where if you say, well, I love the necklace and I want to look on the website, I want to see if there's something that goes with it very nicely, but I wouldn't know what to put with it. Here you go. I have perfectly matched up these pair of earrings. Like I said, these are new ones. They've never been on the website before. And I've matched them up with this very lovely guilloche necklace that we have. And again, it's one that you can really enjoy wearing over and over again. You will. For those of you who like being able to, again, to think of, this is that pin dot blouse that I had. But for those of you who are looking to see how it looks against another color, you can see how beautiful it is even against something that's got like a soft blue tone. And the pink, again, really very nice in order to mix it with other colors. Just another piece that you can really enjoy wearing it with so many different things. You don't have to just err on the side of wearing it with neutrals like a classic white, although this one look very pretty against a gray and a cream too. So a beautiful, beautiful piece. And easy to wear, as you can see. You don't have to really think too much about putting this one on because it goes with everything. And I'm sorry if we're getting a little bit of reflection. We're just getting a little bit of reflection because of the pearlization from the etching. And the earrings are a nice size, nice shape, not too big, not too small. Go ahead and fix my hair there just a tiny little bit. And let's see, what else do we have here today? Alrighty, another one that we just got is, so we got this amazing, I love this little pearl necklace. So you saw I did a, what do they call it? A wannabe outfit. I saw this actually, and then with a trending with lots of Wednesdays. There's so many good Wednesday hashtags. There's Jewelry Party Wednesdays. There's Wear It Again Wednesdays, which is perfect for the antique and the vintage lovers. There is Wannabe Wednesday, which doesn't really sound like you want to be. It's about being inspired by another look that you saw. So as you might have seen, I absolutely loved a look that was with Frances Valentine. And I had kept my eye on how I was going to create it for a long time. And it was great. It was a cream shell, which I already had. I got the sequin jacket off of thredUP. I got the J. Crew blue wool pants off of thredUP. And then they had it layered with a bunch of chunky gold accessories. So I thought, what's better than this really pretty, since I didn't have a Frances Valentine purse, although I do have Frances Valentine purses. I thought, how fun would it be since it's iconic? And I don't know, do a lot of people, are you familiar with Frances Valentine? It is the company that Kate Spade had started right before she had passed away. And then her, like one of her most closest confidants has taken over being the creative director for it. And she just does an absolutely amazing job. So she puts together all kinds of looks that I love all the time. And so I had put this together with this chunky necklace with the gold, which is longer. And then I put them with a pair of Monet Huggy hoops that we have. I know that Elaine is our Monet gal, but she was so fun. If you saw, she posted that picture of her, she was going to like a Mary Kay reunion type thing. And she said she was wearing a pair of earrings that she had put on from 50 years ago in order to be able to go with it. You know what? Did I just make that mistake? The Swarovski, this is now a bad part on mine. The Swarovski earrings went with the Swarovski pendant. It was the Richelieu pearl earrings that matched the pearls in the cage. I'm sorry. See, even I just make mistakes. There we go. So it's the pearl earrings that you are paired up with the pearl necklace, because the pearls go with the pearls. So I just had too many pieces all on the tray at the same time. So we've got the gorgeous pearl earrings that match up with the little pearls in the purse. So this is the correct pair of earrings that you get if you buy the purse necklace. This is the pair of earrings that go with it. And I wore this with that chunky, with just the cream shell and then the gold sequin. And I actually layered it up with a few other ones, and it was a great look and feel. It just had a fun high-end designer feel, but it still felt very spunky. It felt a bit elegant. My daughter said I was extra in the right way when I did it. So it was a great way to be able to kind of pull off all of these pieces together. And it was fun because people actually said to me, even though I dressed up to take pictures with my daughter for her dance, which again is another thing that I tell people, take the picture regardless of how you feel. But also, if you know you're going to be taking pictures with your friends and your families and things like that, jewelry is a great way to be able to really help you look and feel your best, especially if you're like dashing from one thing to the next. You instantly feel prettier when you put on a pair of earrings, even if you're just taking a quick photo with somebody because they're leaving, or because you had lunch together, or you just want to remember something. You know, we all take our phones out now so easily just to take pictures in the moment that it is really easy to be able to make yourself feel more pulled together just by putting on a couple pieces of jewelry. So that's my PSA on that. So up next, another one that I absolutely love is that we have gotten, and I wore this with the fuchsia too the other day. So I had the fuchsia top on, or I want to say it was like an orchid color. It was a very, very bright pink, but it could also lend itself to purple. This is the Aurora Borealis gray cha-cha bracelet, and we have a pair of matching earrings that go with it. This is the vintage Laguna, and these are new old stock. In fact, remember right before I came on here, here's the Laguna card. I took them off the Laguna card so that I wouldn't have to struggle with taking them on and taking them off in front of you. But and they're signed too on the back. They're also signed Laguna. It's not just on the card, but they're new old stock. They've never been worn, and I mean, I love these. Michelle says if you don't own a Cha-Cha expansion bracelet, you need to. It is. It's an instant party for your arm. And again, like adjustable rings, it has so many different benefits to it. The first of which is it will always fit you comfortably in the sense that if you have your body fluctuate, if you decide that you want to wear something higher up on your wrist, you can easily be able to wear it higher up. It naturally holds itself in place. If you want to wear it more at the nape of the wrist, you definitely have the ability to do that. If you have a larger size wrist, don't worry. And you know what? The cool thing is that even if you need this to be more expanded, you still get all the effects of the cha-cha with it and everything. But they're great. And so this is another one also that looks so beautiful. Yes, and they don't slide. That's like one of the best parts about it. So I brought that boutique flower sweatshirt again. This is also for sale over at Vintage Meet Modern, but this one is that boutique style sweater. This one is from Anthropologie, and it has all these rainbow colors in it, which is why I pull it out. But that's what I like about being able to show you this particular Aurora Borealis with the gray tones underneath it, because it looks like it's a smoky tone, but it actually flashes whatever colors you put with it. So if you put it with brighter colors, like even like this, you're going to see it's going to pick up like all the reds, the purples, the blues. And I just love the addition of the pearls. I just think it's very classy. I think it's very elegant. I think it makes it very easy to be able to wear it with other things. You get to see the Aurora Borealis pop out more, actually because of the contrast of the white pearl, which makes it really fun. So you can see how even being pinned up here against the sweater that you can still see that you get that little flash of whatever color you want to put with it. So again, super fun, great piece. This is a perfect example too. These are very nice and tight and secure. If you follow Ellen from over at A Fascinating Life, she's another one. I love talking to Ellen. Ellen is such a real woman, and she also talks about mixing vintage, modern, thrift, high-end, everything all together. She also is a big fan of actually using clip earrings and putting them on as shoe clips. So that's another one. And I also like being able to put these again against on collars and things like that. So these are a nice, tight, secure one. So very easy to be able to do a lot of different things with the clip earrings. I always tell people, don't be intimidated by clip earrings. They're very comfortable. They're very easy to wear. They don't pull down on your lobe. There's just so many different reasons to enjoy wearing clip earrings. So speaking of clip earrings, this is another perfectly paired set. I love this bracelet. It has a genuine agate in the center. It has all of this beautiful detailing work that's around it. It has that repose style, as we say. So it just has a little bit of texture. It has sort of a floral embossed detail, and then it also has the floral embossed detail in the back as well. This one is just finished so pretty. But what is really beautiful about it is that the agate in the center has sort of both a silver and a gold undertone. So I've decided to pair these up with a pair of 700 silver mother of pearl carved earrings. And another reason being is because the oval shapes really complement each other. So we're picking up on both the gold wash as well as the silvery gray tones that we're seeing in the bracelet. And then we're also repeating the size and the oval shape in the earrings that we're seeing in the bracelet. The other thing is that the earrings are a nice smaller size, since the bracelet is more of a statement style cuff. So this is another one of those ones where, again, if you're looking on the website and you're thinking to yourself, well, I really like the earrings and I really like the bracelet, but I don't know what else I would wear with them. These are the ones that I have decided I think are like meant to be. Like they should stay together. They should be a little happy family. They should live in your jewelry box, and then whenever you pull them out. And this is just such a great piece because it's so neutral. It's large for those of you who are bracelet girls. It's definitely one of those pieces that you can appreciate over and over again by adding to your collection, because if you love bracelets, you like to look at bracelets. And so this one is a great piece like that. Another thing, though, that I wanted to point out, and I've said this many, many times, is that this bracelet is very lightweight. So it's another one that if you're concerned about having something knock around on you, if you're concerned about having something that you feel is going to be weighing you down, that's not the case. Just because it looks like it's a bigger piece does not mean that it's naturally heavy. So it is not naturally heavy. It's actually very lightweight. And I do love the fact that you can pick up on all of the same sort of gray, cream, pearl tones that you see in the center stone. You also see become really lovely matched up in the earrings as well too. And even the way that the crinkled setting is going around these little mother of pearl earrings, it's so much sort of like the kind of crinkled setting that you actually see even going around the bracelet. So if you're looking for something that has been a unique pair, if you're looking for something that you feel like is going to have a story, it's going to be the blending of different kinds of eras and periods. If you feel like it's something that is going to have that certain je ne sais quoi, this beautiful bracelet and these earrings are definitely a perfect pair. They're ones that you'll enjoy wearing alone. They're ones that you'll enjoy wearing together. And they just make a nice dynamic combination together because they're unique, but they also have so many details that complement one another. So gorgeous, gorgeous pieces that we have there. Huge fan of those. Okay, up next, speaking of pieces that get married and get put together, we have got this absolutely gorgeous, this is that champagne sort of rose undertone pink brooch. And I have found the perfect pink bracelet to match up with it. I'm surprised with so many pink girls that this is actually here, but maybe somebody was just waiting for the perfect pink bracelet to come along to go with it. So this is this absolutely beautiful brooch. I think we'll show that against the purse too. And this is a very lovely bracelet that I have paired up with it, and it matches it perfectly. The pink rhinestones that you are seeing in the bracelet take on the same pink tone. Trying to do this so that you can actually see it. They take on the same pink tone that you see in the rhinestones in both the center and on the corners of this star flower medallion style brooch. And then the same sort of moon glow that is right in the center really picks up on the glow that you see are in the frosted stones, which go around the outside of the pink in the center. So this has been a perfectly paired set. This one is one that just naturally seemed to go together, seemed to be one that people would be able to enjoy over and over again, especially even during holiday time. And the colors, again, they just match up perfectly. This is it is like the same exact pink rhinestone that you're seeing on the bracelet is being repeated on the brooch here. Just such a beautiful combination. And as long as we're talking about it, like I said, I've got this gorgeous clutch here from Stacy. And again, if you're looking to see how something like this looks against the black, here you go. You can see how pretty that is. And again, you'll be holding the handle or the clutch. You can see here, I didn't pin this all the way, so that's why it's kind of flopping around. I just stuck it through the velvet. But for those of you who are looking to see how the pink looks with the other pink, you can see it so well. And for those of you who are wondering how this is going to actually pop even against a darker color, there you go. It is a really beautiful piece. Gorgeous. So I love these. I love them together. I think that they are meant to be with each other. That's why they've been paired up with each other. And I assure you, you will enjoy wearing them together over and over again as well. Okay, moving right along. A perfectly paired set, because it really is a perfectly paired set. We have got this gorgeous coral pearl cha-cha necklace, and I do think that this is probably Vendome. We've had this once before with a turquoise bead, and I've said it before, but this necklace is so fabulous, and it has the addition of the pearls, and we just happen to have the matching bracelet, which makes it, again, when we're talking about that decadent factor, you've got the decadent factor with being able to wear the bracelet with the matching necklace and have both pieces. certainly this is one of those sets because of the way that it's been designed and the way that the leaves are cast and the way that the mechanism is. This was definitely a higher end style piece. And you can see, there you go. You've got the corally color and you've got the pearl. But again, do not be turned off saying, well, but isn't this color more for spring? Well, first of all, no, everybody is wearing pumpkin inspired shades right now. I mean, if you haven't all gone and had your pumpkin spice yet, you know you're going to. And even if you're not into the pumpkin spice, you know you're all about, everybody just loves the fall feels, especially I know my fashion girls. You love being able to put these even with warm tones. And you know what this actually looks really pretty with? And if somebody doesn't snag this tonight, I'll show it, is that I have a forest green sweater that actually has a cheetah print heart on it, and it's from J. Crew. And this orange color becomes more of a golden tone, and it looks really beautiful with like a deeper green. So you can see though that this one still looks beautiful with any kind of color you can pair it up with. Of course, it looks great with any of your classic neutrals too. The bracelet is really fabulous as well. And it's definitely one of those higher end sets that, again, if you're looking to be able to have that decadent factor, this is something that not only are you going to feel polished and put together whenever you put on, you also will turn a lot of heads and receive a lot of compliments, people asking you, where did you get the set from? And you say, I got it from Vintage Mead Modern. But you can also say that, you can also say, like, very happily that, it's vintage and that you love to shop sustainably and that you love to buy pieces that, are out of production and that no one else is going to be able to have them. You love the thrill of the hunt, that when you're buying something as unique than this, it was basically personally shopped for you. So there's a lot of things that go into really being able to enjoy wearing the collection. I mean, there's the fashion aspect, there's the sustainable aspect, there's the self-confidence aspect. There's that it completes your look outfit. There's just so many different great reasons to be able to enjoy being able to add vintage jewelry. Somebody recently asked me what were the top 3 things that I thought made me the most successful. And I said, it's embracing inspiration everywhere, which is true. I mean, I know that many of you know, and I think that this goes in, this speaks to setting goals and being able to achieve them, is that I will set a goal to achieve something the way that I can achieve it. So it's kind of like the way that I had mentioned when I put the Frances Valentine inspired look on. Again, hang with me here while I'm trying to figure out which side of the camera I'm lopsided on. Is that if I see something that I like, I take it as inspiration and not copycat. And I figure, if I'm going to like that, how am I going to make it my own? Which is, I think, a very important thing for us to do as women when we're not trying to compare ourselves to other people, but we see the way that other people are wearing something that we might like or we might love. Remember that you're inspired by them. You're not copying them. And so that's one thing that I think is easily made me feel more successful in certain areas. Another thing is the jewelry, the ability to be able to connect with people who naturally gravitate towards looking at something that's on your face, that instantly gives you a lot of glow. And, another beautiful aspect of the vintage jewelry is it's just so well made. It's something that when people take a look at it, they know that it's not like the things that you just find today at the cash wrap station someplace else. And I love mixing, vintage with modern and everything else. So I'm not dissing any of that, but I'm saying in terms of feeling good about yourself and coming into the person that you want to be, there's a certain feeling when you put on the pieces. So that's another thing that I think that can really help everyone in terms of achieving personal style that empowers them, sets them apart from the rest, as well as makes them feel good about themselves. So this is the Mid-Century Modern Leaf necklace. This one is another one that's a nice higher end piece. It is been strung together on a mesh chain that's behind it. It's a little bit thicker, probably about 1/4 inch. And then all of this has been wired around it naturally. And you can see there's 2 rows of it that are actually connected with the top. This one is a very elegant set, very polished, very easy to be able to wear. And of course, it is perfectly paired. These are the pieces that are meant to go together. And so this is the perfect set for someone who is looking for something that is clean, but elevated, and is something that they can wear either dressed up professionally, or even be dressed down. You can do it all with something like this set. So it's one that if you are looking for something to invest in and you're not all about the sparkles, this one is a really wonderful piece. It has a little bit of an extension on the back, so you can let it out and wear it in a variety of different lengths. It is very comfortable and it has a lot of movement again because it's been strung on that mesh chain. And the other cool part about it is that, this is a nice sign of higher quality workmanship. This isn't just a tiny little chain that's running through it. It isn't a memory wire. It isn't a elastic cord. It's actually a little braided, wider style chain that this has been anchored to. And it's been very well done. Someone thought about how that they were going to use a polished material to connect all of these little articulated leaves to hold them in place, and knowing that you would still be seeing them as the design go from one link to the next. So another example of just really beautiful quality. And if you haven't taken a closer look at that before, now you'll think about it and you'll think, oh, yeah, somebody really think about how that they were going to design that and how they were going to connect all those leaves, and they had a plan for it. Okay, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye fights anxiety. So for those of you who are like me, who are nervous about things all the time, well, I'm working on that. It's hard. Remember, my first child went away to college, and you're lucky that I am like still standing. So it's been she comes home this weekend though for the first time. She hasn't been home since August 24th. My parents will celebrate their 58th wedding anniversary next week. Mr. Michael will be 9. Mr. and Mrs. VMM right here will be celebrating our 10th anniversary. So next week will be a very busy week for all of us. So we've got a lot to look forward to. So this is that genuine 10 karat, 12 karat. This is the genuine 120, 12 karat gold filled scarab brooch with the semi-precious gemstones. And then these are the polished tiger's eye earrings. And I like tiger's eye because it reminds me of tortoise. And I believe that tortoise is another one of those natural elements that really can elevate your look. You see the repetition of tortoise, used in a lot of different ways. And it's very similar to this sort of styling and colors, except it's a semi-precious gemstone, which is even better than lucite. And, you see it repeated a lot of times with our higher end designers like Ralph Lauren, Gucci. We see it even with the gold and the tiger's eye undertone with, I'm thinking besides Gucci, who's the other one who I'm thinking of right now? It will come to me. But I love anything that also has the scarabs on it. Scarabs are obviously a symbol of rebirth. They're such high quality pieces when you find them. Like I said, this one is a 120, 12 karat gold filled. So this is a nice gold filled piece. And then it also has the addition of the authentic semi-precious gemstones, including the tiger's eye, jade, the carnelian, agate, and a bit of rose quartz. So there's a little bit of everything that's on here. And I think tiger's eye earrings, and I like the tiger's eye. I like these. I like these pieces. Again, this is another one that is, I wish I had one of my pashminas, but this is another one that's good to close different pieces. It also looks very pretty on a collar. So again, if you have a collared coat, collared fall jacket, if you have a jean jacket, this is another one that looks really nice on a collar. And if I don't have a collar, which I don't have one right here, I will wear this tomorrow. I will model it and put it on a collar so that you can see how it looks. But these are very lovely. They're nice coloring. The sizes and the shapes go together very well. So that's another fun addition. Just great pieces. We're kind of winding down here. We're coming up on an hour, and I do appreciate you all hanging out with me this evening. This is a spectacular set. So for those of you who are already thinking, what am I going to wear this holiday season? You have got a fabulous pair of spray style earrings and this very wide multi-row rhinestone bracelet. And these are just, as you can say, off the hook, old Hollywood glam, totally fabulous.
let's just wear this with a black dress, the same black dress that we've had hanging in our closet every year. And let's just wear this with it and know that when we walk into a room or when we take our holiday pictures, whatever we do, we know that this is going to be an extremely elegant look and that we are going to be emulating that retro old Hollywood glam that so many of us love to watch over and over again, from just our Jane Mansfield and all of her sparkles to our Marilyn Monroe, just so many. So glamorous, perfect with a little black dress. Yes, Amy, you have got it right, hit the nail on the head. So easy to wear too, just really simple, very easy to be able to put on. I love anything that is an ear crawler style. I like it because it looks good with your hair up, as well as it doesn't get lost if you wear your hair down, if you wear your hair with a little bit of wave like I do. um, but you can also pull off the whole denim and diamonds look with this too. You can totally wear this with jeans, and you can totally wear it with a black top and a pair of Croc heels, to go out for drinks as well. And it also looks fantastic with red. So for those of you who are looking for something holiday style, this is definitely a perfectly paired set that has been matched up for you. As I go ahead and I take the bracelet off. So that is what we have. Oh, one last. So I have the flower. So this is the tropical flower. This one has been matched up with its matching earrings. And I had talked a little bit about this one, and I just wanted to remind people that white is not just for summer. I love actually white when we start wearing darker colors, although I have it white with white on, and you can still see how nice it looks with it. But I do like being able to show people that white is another one of those pieces that if you're looking for something to actually brighten up your dark colors, white enamel jewelry and accents of gold is always something that's really pretty as we're beginning to shift wearing darker colors or darker solid colors or darker florals. Like when we're moving away from the pastel sides, white will always be a really beautiful piece and a style of jewelry. Again, not one that you find very commonly when you go out now. So if you're looking for something that is going to be able to really brighten up different colors that you might be wearing more towards this time of year, don't put away your white jewelry just yet because you'll enjoy it actually year round. So that's my PSA on white jewelry. So we've had a ton of fun. It's been so good being here with all of you. I'm so excited. There's just so many fabulous pieces that we have. I hope that actually, and I'm really glad that I remembered to pull out the Darling Clutch Co. one because these are really gorgeous. They're really fabulous. And for those of you who are picking up sets to add to your collection, you can really enjoy being able to see other inspirational ways to be able to wear these pieces. You will enjoy them over and over again. So that's what I have. Sets and set week will be here until Friday at midnight, at which time sets will be coming down. We do have some new sets that are here, like the one that I just showed you, and we have the green, and we have the blue. We had a Weiss, and that one already sold. We had a lovely blue and white set. That one already sold. We had a couple other ones that also sold too that were also new ones. So the pieces that are new, I don't know when they will be back and they will be separated. So that is what I just have to say on that. Other than that, I hope that you really enjoy the sets. I hope that you take the time to think of all the perks. I say that there's the perks of them, remember that it really does solve that dilemma of how are you going to mix the pieces together. Also, they always retain their value. Also, you get a lot of options in the different ways that you can be able to wear them. And then there's also the ability that if something happens to them, you already have other matching pieces to go with different things. So there's just lots of different ways. And then, of course, the one that I love the most is that it is a very instantly elegant, polished way to be able to wear the set. People just don't anymore. So it's kind of like those 1 in 100 type things. When you go ahead and you wear it, you're going to be able to be known for it, or that it's going to be the thing that's going to set you apart from the rest. So elevate that personal style, be your best you. That's exactly what I want for all of you. All right, everybody, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed getting to take a closer look at all the gorgeous pieces that we have. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, I will be around tomorrow. Today was kind of a crazy day. And my children, like I said, they're going into having a 4-day weekend. Columbus Day is here already. So we will be here. And tomorrow, Ms. Valerie, who you just saw, was dressed up in her homecoming dress and everything, is going to get her driver's permit tomorrow. So, and we'll be doing that in the afternoon, but orders will be going out in the morning. So I thank you for all of that. And hopefully we'll have a few more that will come out tonight that you will love to see. And I hope that everybody here has a great weekend too. I do not say that. I do not take that lightly. And regardless of whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I do pray for all of you and thank you all so much for not just loving jewelry, but being part of the community of vintage jewelry loving mavens that comes together week in and week out. I want nothing but the best for all of you. And I will say that we recently had a member who some of you know, she did tell me that she was going through coming off of her chemotherapy. So just send those good vibes to each other, because I know that it means so much to so many of you to be able to celebrate with us each and every week. So, all righty, everyone, happy Wednesday. What a great way to enjoy the middle of the week. We're right there in it, and hopefully that you'll feel really great about getting up tomorrow and doing a little something special for yourself and go forth and sparkle. So I will see you all again real soon. Bye.